This is KCTV5.
Soon have to pay a driver's fee.
Bonyen Lee is an anchor and reporter for KCTV5 News. She covers issues that impact our community.
Provide scholarships for just as many students. Jason Dalen with the celebration.
I love journalism the most because I can tell people's stories. I feel like I'm a voice for the community and a voice for the voiceless. I also love being able to share the issues of our community. I grew up here in Kansas City, so every story I tell, I feel like I'm telling a little bit of a story of my neighbor or somebody that I grew up with.
The reason her profession is so important to her:
my father was born in China and he fled to Taiwan during the revolution. My mom was a post-revolution baby, so she was born and raised in Taiwan. They both came to the United States for their postgraduate degrees. My father became a lawyer. My mother was a computer programmer for TWA. Growing up, my parents would tell me stories about what it was like in China and Taiwan without a democratic free press. They taught me from a very young age the importance of having freedom of information and what that means to a society.
When Bonyen was 9, she started figure skating.
I competed on an international circuit. I was homeschooled, I was tutored, I was doing homework in the back of a car. I always thought that figure skating would somehow take another life and, transform into another career, but it never did. I think when it was time for me to think about college, I wanted to change and do something different with my life. MCC Maple Woods was a great chance for me to explore that in an educational setting. And throughout that time, I explored science and math and computer programming and writing, and ultimately I settled on journalism and transferred to Mizzou.
She spent 2 years at Metropolitan Community College and earned her associate degree from MCC Maple Woods.
It was such a great experience. I still talk about taking a psychology class and botany. Those were my two favorite classes. Now, I did not become a psychologist and I did not go into the sciences, but I felt like the setting was so different than a big university. And while I loved my time at Mizzou, I had a teacher who was engaging with me all the time because our class sizes were smaller. And my botany professor, she went to the same church that I went to, so I would see her out after class and she would always help me with questions. So it's a much more engaging kind of environment. I felt just as prepared, if not more.
Bonyen is proud of her MCC education.
When I heard the list of alums, MCC alums, I was like, wow. And many of them have stayed in Kansas City and they've left their fingerprint on Kansas City. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that whatever it was, I wanted to be part of the community and make it better. MCC is an education that works.